Hi, and welcome to Trail Together. I'm Kim Davis. And today we're working on the CRM Analytics Basics badge, the Start Exploring CRM Analytics module of that badge. So the first thing you're supposed to do is read a lot of introductory text about what CRM Analytics is, just to get you oriented. And there's a video, it's very flashy and fun, kind of gives you a grounding in what CRM Analytics is all about. And then you go through the steps to sign up for a developer org. And I've already done that, so that's what you see on my screen is my developer org. But the next step is to connect this developer org to Trailhead, since we don't get it through the traditional Trailhead sign up. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So here we go. We're going to click on the name of any of your Trailhead playgrounds that are here. And down at the bottom, you're going to connect org. And then it's going to ask you to log in with a particular, and I have several that are not correct. So we're going to log in with a different username. And there's my username. I put in my password. And remember me for this organization and log in. And now it's asking, are we going to allow access? And that means, are we going to allow Trailhead to access our demo org? And yes, we are. And do we want to connect this org for various hands-on challenges? Yes, we do. There we go. And now we're back to our Trailhead page. Trying CRM Analytics with a Developer Edition org. And that is pretty much the steps for this module. I'm going to click Retake this challenge so you can see me check the challenge. Okay, there it is. You're not going to get the confetti. I've already completed the whole badge, so when I retake the module, I get credit for the whole badge. But we're going to go to the next step, get to know your CRM Analytics home. And I'm going to take this off the screen. And now we're back to our dev org so that you can see it. And so it says, go ahead and open CRM Analytics. Come here, launcher. There it goes. Analytics Studio. And there's a notice if Analytics Studio doesn't open for you, you may have a pop-up blocker turned on. And if so, you need to change it to allow pop-ups from this org. And it says, okay, so let's get familiar with your home page. This is designed to help you find assets that you've seen previously, as well as to discover new ones. There's nothing in my recents item right now because this is a brand new org and I haven't done anything in it yet. And then other relevant assets are surfaced here on the home page. So this For You panel is dynamic. It shows things that have been recently changed, things that you've created. So this is all stuff that was part of the org that we signed up for, part of the added CRM Analytics functionality. And we're going to click Browse over here to check out some of the possibilities. And you've got the ability to search or ask by typing in the browse box. Okay, a good search term here would be something like accounts, and it shows you all the results that have accounts in it. Or for example, sales, and you see DTC sales app and sales stage analysis and sales test. So that's the kind of stuff you can put in your search bar. And then we also have a little discussion in the Trailhead instructions of what these various things are. What is an app? Well, it's a collection of analysis and answers, and you can provide paths through the data, that kind of thing. Dashboards are right here. This indicator is a set of charts and metrics and tables. And lenses like this are a saved, what they call an exploration. We'll go into more depth on this on this trail, and so I'm not going to try and explain it all right here. But lenses are kind of a view of your data, and then dashboards are a graphical representation of several lenses put together, and that's a little bit about what these things are. Data sets are the actual raw data in your org. So there's lots of ways to get data in to Salesforce and to CRM analytics. You can get it straight from Salesforce. You can get it from various external sources. Recipes and data flows, that kind of stuff will help you get the data in. But the main thing to understand is that from data, you build your lenses, your dashboards, your apps. You don't have to do anything right now because it's all been done for you in this trial org. And so we are going to create, right here in the top right corner, a new app. And what kind of app do we want to create? Are we going to create one of these templated apps that come with it? In this case, we're going to create a blank app. And of course, there are no previews for it. We're going to give it a name. And create. There we go. It's always a good idea to put a description in everything you do in Salesforce. And so we're going to go in the drop-down menu to Details of our app and give it a description. And there we go. And you can change the icon by clicking on it and picking something else. So I'm going to pick a shopping cart. No, better yet, I'm going to pick a palm tree. Yes, that's going to be the icon for our app. And we click Save. And now we're going to go back to the home page because you can do some things to customize it. So we're going to go back to the Analytics Studio tab. So you see our app is open right here, My Exploration. Here we get back to the home page of Analytics Studio. And here's the home. And we were in the Browse tab, so we're going to go back to Browse. And then we're going to filter it down to Apps. And then we're going to locate My Exploration, which in my case, it's the second item in the list. And over here on the right-hand side, we're going to make it a favorite. And then we're also going to favorite the My DTC Sales app. And now, if we go into the favorites in the tab, it says, hey, these are some shortcuts. Okay, thanks, Cody. Here are the things we've already made favorites. So My Exploration and My DT Sales app show up as our favorites. There are also other things you can customize. The instructions give you kind of a brief walkthrough: notifications, watch lists, collections. You can also do presentations directly from your CRM Analytics app instead of screenshotting a dashboard and then putting it in a slideshow. If you're going to be working primarily with the dashboards or the lenses, you can do that straight from here. So we are in the Favorites tab. We're going to click My DTC Sales. Okay, so clicking on that brought us to the Browse page of the app, and now we're going to run the app with this button up here. So click Run App. And there's notice that if it doesn't work the first time, that you should close the tab and log back in. But in this case, it did run, so no problem. And it opens to the first dashboard in the navigation list. And it says, notice that this up here has controls for running the dashboard in the app, including drop-down menus with additional options. So this one takes us to the navigation list, and this drop-down over here takes us to additional menu items. We don't want to delete it, so we're not going to click on that. Here we go. And here we have the navigation list. And in the Trailhead instructions, there's a long list of the things that you can do while you're running a dashboard. Editing, moving it into full screen presentation mode, etc., etc. But one of the things you can do is edit this list right here and determine what other dashboards are visible and in what order. So I'm going to click Edit List. And now we've got a list of both available assets and selected assets. And so we can change out the order of these things. We can move things over to the other column. So if I click on Sales Performance and move it to the other column, it would be no longer available from the navigation menu of the app. The app would just run, and DTC sales, opportunity details, and regional sales would show up, but this one wouldn't. But it doesn't make sense necessarily to do that. However, there's a use case listed in the Trailhead instructions that say, what if you needed to hide the opportunity details but give the overall sales performance numbers to somebody? So you can do that. You could move regional sales to the top and leave DTC sales underneath. Those are all changes you could make. And you can save this or you can cancel this once you've done playing with how you're able to modify this menu. So I'm going to cancel out. I don't want to save my changes. But with that said, we have finished navigating through our module in Trailhead. And this is just the beginning of a trail that has lots of instructions on how to navigate dashboards and jump into data explorations, etc. And so now we're going to do the quiz. And so quiz question number 1 is, to view all the dashboards that you can open in CRM Analytics, which tab or tabs do you click? And in my case, the only thing that gets me close to all of that is the Analytics Studio, followed by Browse, followed by Dashboards. The closest answer to that is C, so that's what I'm going to mark. We'll find out if that's correct. In which app should you store an asset if you want to hide it from everyone else? And the answer to that is, of course, given up in the text, and it is My Private App. Things that are in your app called My Private App, which I think I get to here, My Private App, this stuff is not shareable. So you can put stuff in here when you don't want other people to see it, if it's sensitive data or if it's something you're working on that you're not finished with yet, it's not ready for prime time. That's where you put it. So My Private App. How do you import data into CRM Analytics? And the answers are to use the data flow and dataset builder for your Salesforce data, use the CSV upload interface for external data, which is also correct, or use third-party integration vendors or the external data API for external data. And so the answer to that is all of the above. And where do you set the order of dashboards to run within an app? And that is, the answer to that is the navigation list. That's the place we just were. All those other answers don't get you to modifying the order of the dashboards that run in an app. And then 2 ways to customize your CRM Analytics homepage are to favorite assets and to create a watch list. Now, you can also do notifications and you can also favorite dashboards. So D is a close second answer, but not quite as correct as B, which is to favorite any number of assets like apps and other things you can mark as favorites, including, data sets and lenses. Those are all assets that can be favorited. So I'm going to check the quiz now, and yay, 100 points. So we have successfully completed this badge and ready to move on to the next.